NASA seals the deal with NNSA to use nukes to destroy comets and asteroids that pose a threat to Earth. In other words, those that are inbound, that will shear or perhaps approach too closely or even impact. NASA seals a deal with NNSA and aims at using nukes to deflect comets and asteroids that pose threat to Earth. So to avert the extinction of the human race via doomsday asteroid or comet, NASA has joined hands with NNSA to take precautionary steps and deflect the planetary objects from banging into Earth. You may have seen a heart-wrenching scene in many sci-fi movies where a comet is hurling towards the Earth and the hero, fighting against all odds, plants a nuclear device on it to deflect it away from Earth. It seems NASA has something similar in mind. According to a report published in the New York Times, NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, made an announcement that it has just sealed a deal with NNSA, the National Nuclear Security Administration, with a major aim of using nuclear weapons or nukes to deflect the stray comets and asteroids which pose a threat to planet Earth. NNSA is a division of the Department of Energy which is responsible, quote, for enhancing national security through the military application of nuclear science, end quote. So for quite some time now, both these agencies were independently trying to understand and ascertain how nuclear weapons can be put into the use to deflect asteroids or comets, near-Earth hazardous objects, so as to avoid the fatal collision with Earth. This collaboration will now help the rocket specialists from NASA and nuclear scientists from NNSA to work together and thereby accelerate their joint efforts towards national security. Speaking with the New York Times, Bruce Betts, who is the Director of Science and Technology at the Planetary Society, said, "Often these agencies focus on their own pieces of the puzzle, so anything that brings them together is a good thing." It was just a couple of years back, in 2013, when a 60-foot wide Chelyabinsk meteor exploded over Russia. The alarming fact is that none of the space agencies could see this meteor coming towards Earth. Can you imagine? It was a complete surprise worldwide. The surprise impact resulted into widespread damage and injuries, and it was reported that about 1,500 people were injured and about 7,000 buildings were damaged. And this wasn't even an impact because it exploded in the atmosphere. Further, in March this year, another asteroid, 2014 EC, had reached within 38,300 miles of Earth. So that's pretty close. Space scientists believe that there could be millions of asteroids that are moving near Earth. For now, scientists have been able to detect only a very few of them. According to scientists, it is these undetected asteroids which pose a danger to planet Earth for their Earth impact. Researchers believe Chelyabinsk the impact occurred due to the relatively smaller meteor, and it actually brings a question that if the meteor was much bigger, then what would have been the possible consequences? Scientists are not sure what would have been the impact. However, they believe that a precautionary step can be put in place by deflecting these dangerous meteors, comets, asteroids, by simply nuking them. As per scientists, they have already mapped the largest sized planetary bodies, and these do not pose any major threat in the near future. At the same time, even the smallest rocks and comets will not cause any major catastrophic damage to Earth. The medium-sized comets and asteroids, ranging between 164 and 192 feet in diameter, are the major cause of scientists' concerns, as these pose a threat to the whole planet. Researchers have given suggestions to blow these medium-sized asteroids and thus avoid it from colliding with Earth. However, blowing them up, the medium-sized asteroids could result in the formation of rock fragments, and it could be an even worse situation, a worse scenario for planet Earth if the asteroid is quite close to the planet. The improvised solution would be to use a nuclear weapon to deflect the asteroid from its path, thus averting a collision. Scientists have also come up with some other solutions, which include using gravity tractors or high-speed spacecraft or even laser to deflect the asteroid from colliding onto Earth. The Times also further mentioned that way back in 2007, a NASA study had already suggested using nuclear bombs for deflecting the asteroids from colliding with Earth. The collaboration between NASA and NNSA will mark the first official Asteroid Day, which falls June 30th. The day marks the anniversary of the 1908 impact of the asteroid in Siberia, which resulted in wiping out some 800 square miles of forest. Scientists say then they hope that Asteroid Day will succeed in reaching out to the government as well as common people, and in general raising awareness of the threat posed by the near-Earth objects. Scientists want the government to understand the gravity of the situation and therefore develop a better plan to detect and track these dangerous planetary objects. This is by Maya Kamath on Tech Worm.